Hey everybody! First of all, thanks so much for your comments. I had people contacting me on Instagram through private message. I had people commenting on Strava. Yeah, it's a bit of a pain, that's for sure. But when I think back and I reflect on how absolutely incredible my marathon training block was, my second marathon, it was just everything I wanted. It was so good, and I got to the start line feeling the fittest I've ever felt. And actually, I'll take this now rather than have had it happen before the marathon. And yeah, maybe just a combination of just doing solid training for a prolonged period of time and actually really stepping up the pace. All of those things maybe just snowballed into one moment. Typically, it's not just the day that results in an injury, let's say. It is a combination of a number of things. So the question I had was really interesting, and I don't need to mention who it was, but I was messaged privately, and they just said, "Oh, you must be really upset. How are you coping with it? How are you dealing with it? Um, I'm really sorry to hear this." And they were they were concerned for me, and that's really thoughtful and really kind of them. But actually, I'm not really worried. I anticipated that at some point in my running journey, I would encounter some kind of roadblock, and there would be a possibility of getting an injury of sorts. And it just reminds me really of when I started running that I was running quite poorly then and just going kind of all out wherever I went. I just ran as fast as I could, trying to get better. And yeah, I picked up a little bit of an injury there. And I think that was also probably my right side. So, historically, there was a little moment I had with my right knee. But the reason why I mention that is because since that point, it's been good. It's been really good. And I've learned to manage my recovery. But what I really want to do this week, and I do think I've neglected it, it's certainly in terms of kind of doing it, I want to say the word professionally, really focusing in on doing a proper job of this, is the stretching, is the rolling. I do it, but I know that I don't dedicate as much time to it as I need to. So I really want to focus in on doing some work on that. If you have any videos or links to anybody who's doing something particular, maybe a routine for that'd be great. And I'm kind of trying to focus in, I suppose, on that leg area around the knee. That would be quite cool. I'll do a little bit of looking for myself. I know I've seen some videos in the past. I know Mark did a video. I've watched that and continue to look through my subscribers' old videos actually, because I like to see what other people's running journeys are like. That's why I put this YouTube channel together. It's really interesting for me just to look back and look at the runner I was then, or people were then, and how they've developed and how they've grown. So there's that I want to do, really focusing on the stretching and the foam rolling. And I also want to dedicate some more time to yoga. I really enjoyed it the other night, and I did think to myself afterwards, why don't I just do this more often? Because it can be 20 minutes and half an hour. That seems like a long time, but again, similar to running, you think, I'll go out for a 5K, and before you know it, you've looked down, your watch is a half hour, and you're back at your door and you wonder, where's that time gone? It just flies by when you're doing something that feels really valuable. The gym I find boring. I've mentioned it many times. I don't enjoy it down there at all. I don't think it's a very positive environment for me to be in, because the moment I get in there, I just want to focus on getting my things done and then eventually leaving. I don't really want to engross myself in it to the point where I would stay there for 2 or 3 hours having the time of my life. But I do want to, let's talk about specifics. I want to do some work on the bike. I could go out on a bike, but given that I'm going to be working, by the time I get home, it'll be quite late. It might be quite dark or starting to get darker. I like the cross trainer. That was really good. I enjoy doing that. And I often do rolling hills. So that means that the, what is the word? Resistance. The resistance on it changes as you move up and down the scale of the rolling hills. So I enjoy doing that. And I think that'll probably be the main focus for my legs. And then I want to do, which I used to do quite a lot actually when I went to the gym prior to running, I like the rowing. Rowing's good fun. And I don't do a lot of work in terms of weights. I might do some kind of lateral pulls and things like that. But again, it just isn't my forte. I don't really get hyped up by wanting to pick up loads of weights and make a load of noise as I'm bouncing around the gym. And I don't go down there in like a little thin vest just covering the nipples, reminding people that, you know, I've got arms. I just see no point in that. But each their own, you know, whatever turns you on, whatever floats your boat. So that is what I'm going to be doing this week. And I just thought it might be quite cool to document some of that. Mark gave me the idea. Thank you so much, Mark. I think it will be quite fun to document it. And yeah, it will continue for as long as it needs to continue. But getting back to the comment that I had, I'm in no hurry. You know, I've got this speed series, and okay, it's not going to be what I wanted it to be, but it doesn't matter. It's fine. I've got a 5K. No, I've got a 10K locally. I've actually got a Halloween 5K as well, which is a night trail, head torch, spooky, Nightmare Before Christmas themed. That'd be good fun. And if I can't do them, you know, so I can't do them. No big deal. The 5Ks, the 10Ks, I can do those another time, another year. The most important thing for me is now just taking time for myself, letting my body do what it needs to do. And if after this period of, what will it be, 9 months of constant marathon training, my body just needs a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, it is what it is. I don't feel like I'm going to lose a huge amount of fitness. Even if I do, I'll get it back. So thank you so much for the comments. Thank you so much to the people that private message me. And yeah, hopefully this video gives some clarity to how I'm feeling, what my plans are for this week, and what you could expect to see. The road, if you like, to recovery. So any tips, advice, I'm all ears. Literally all ears. These are quite big. I remember at school, people mentioned these were quite big. I think I've grown into them. What do you think? Do you think I've grown into these ears? I don't know. Thumbnail? Yeah, there you go. Thumbnail.